everyone, welcome to the next session on finite element analysis. In this session, we are going to discuss the C scheme R19 Mumbai University syllabus of FEA. The course code of this subject is MEC 504. This is a 5th semester, 3rd year subject. There are 6 modules in this subject. We will discuss each of them one by one. The first module is the introduction to FEM, that is finite element method. In this, you should study about the historical background of FEA, which means when it started and what was the growth of this software and how the computers developed to use this kind of a software or a mathematical analysis. Next, FEM procedure is the topic wherein you should study what is the process of solving a numerical by using FEM procedure. Like there are 3 main steps, that is pre-processing, processing and post-processing. So you should know what are these steps and what is to be done in them. Next comes the application of FEM, which are the fields in which FEM is used. Advantages and disadvantages of FEA. Mathematical modeling is something which is very important, wherein you will study about how to solve a given differential equation for a particular problem. For example, if there is a fin and there is a particular governing differential equation for it, like d square theta upon dx square minus m square theta is 0. So when you have an equation like this, you need to know how to solve this kind of an equation using exact method. So that is what you can study in this mathematical modeling part. You should read about what is linear differential equation and non-linear differential equation. Though the syllabus is only about linear differential equation, but you should at least know what is the difference between the two. Also in this topic, you should study about what is primary and secondary variable. What are the various types of boundary conditions? For example, there is something called as essential boundary condition, natural boundary condition. So you should read about those topics as well so that you are able to solve the numericals better. Next comes the topic of weighted residue technique. There are 2 types in this. One is called as weak form and one is called as non-weak form. So when you study the non-weak form, there are 6 methods in that. One is directly the exact method and there are 5 more methods in this. Currently in this C scheme, there are only 2 topics which have been chosen for weighted residue method. That is the Galerkin and subdomain method. The rest 3 have been removed. So you can study these 2 topics. One numerical on this topic is definitely there in the paper, that is on Galerkin and subdomain method. Say a differential equation will be given. You will have to solve by using both the techniques and you will have to check the answers. They should be equal at a particular point. For example, in the range of x being from 0 to 1, some value will be given to you, or maybe you have to choose a point. For example, x is 0.5, x is 0.2, and at that point, what is the value of y is what you need to calculate using both the techniques. So you can expect a numerical on this topic, and you may also expect a 5-mark theory question from all the above topics that we have discussed. So numerical is only in this topic mainly, and mathematical modeling, as I told you, the exact method which is there is not directly asked in this module. In fact, it is asked in the next module. So you should also study the exact method, which is very, very important. So module 1 you can expect for at least 10 to 15 marks based on the exam paper. Next comes module 2, which is again asked for approximately 10 to 15 marks. This topic is FEA procedure, wherein you talk about the pre-processing, processing and post-processing part. Now here you will have to study these topics. In that, the first topic is Rayleigh-Ritz method. Now Rayleigh-Ritz method is a continuation of weighted residue technique. RR method is the weak form method, wherein you reduce the power of the given differential equation. So it is called as a weak form method. And here you're going to solve it by using two techniques. One is called as one parameter method and the other is called as two parameter method. So it is preferable that if it is not asked in the question, that you solve by using one parameter method only. But if you wish to, or it is asked in the exam, then you may have to use two parameter method. You can check out the video of RR method to know what is one parameter and what is two parameter method. Next comes the principle of minimum potential energy. You can expect either a numerical on this topic or maybe a theory question. So this could be a 5-mark theory question here. Next comes certain basic concepts of what is element, what is order of element, what is internal and external node, and what is degree of freedom. These are few terms of FEA which is very important and they will be used repeatedly in the further modules. So reading about them is important. Next comes piecewise RR method. Now this technique can either be asked as a theory question. It is very rarely asked as a numerical question. So you can refer this mainly as a theory question only. Next comes the topic of formulation of stiffness matrix. Now this is going to explain about how a particular stiffness matrix is formed, what are the steps in it. Now this can come as a derivation for 10 marks for a particular differential equation. If it is asked, say change in length of a bar which is fixed at one end and load applied on the other end, you need to form a stiffness matrix for it from the differential equation. So you can do that. Now this can be asked as a derivation or a theory question. So this module can be overall asked for 10 to 15 marks. Next comes module 3, which is about one-dimensional problems. Now this is going to be one-dimensional second order equations. This is what you need to be careful. And here you will have to study about what is discretization and certain element types. Also what is linear and higher order elements. This is something which you need to read before getting into the other concepts. So here also it is important to know about the derivation of shape function and the stiffness matrices. What is shape function and how do you derive the shape functions for a particular element is something what you learn from this module. Revision of this is important for studying the further modules. So this should be definitely read. Next comes assembly of matrices. This is where you start applying the concept of formation of stiffness matrix and formation of assembly. So that's what you use here. Now here you'll have numericals from various subjects. For example, from SOM, that is strength of materials, or say mechanics of materials as you call it. From there you will have numericals which are called as structural numericals. You may have numericals like step bar which is subjected to some load. You may also have some tapered bars to analyze. You may also have numericals like the step bars which are subjected to some amount of temperature change which you have studied in strength of materials. So those things are included here. Whatever solution you have got using strength of materials, it will be verified using this technique of FEA. Next comes heat transfer numericals. So here also you can have numericals of fins. You may have numericals wherein you have convection coefficient, you may have thermal conductivity given, and you will have to solve these numericals. Then comes the numerical of fluid flow. You have studied in fluid mechanics, the flow through pipes. Also, apart from this, you will have some vibration numericals on, say, spring cart system. So that is also what you can include here. Now, based on all these topics here, you may have one numerical of 10 marks. And the next one is plane, truss and beam analysis. Among truss and beam, you should expect one question definitely in your final exam for 10 marks. So one question from here and one from here can make it to 20 marks, or it could be a particular 10-mark question and 5-mark numerical. So it could be for 15 marks also, but 90% of the time you will have two numericals only on this topic. So you should expect 20 marks. This is a very high weightage module. In your syllabus, it is given for 10 hours, which means it is holding the maximum amount of time and maximum weightage. So 20 marks is what you can expect. In certain papers, I have also found that it is more than 20 marks, and this is the most important module of FEA. Next comes module 4, which can be asked for 10 to 15 marks. This is 2D finite element formulations. Here you should study about three-noded triangular element, which is also called as CST element, that is constant strain triangle. The derivation of this three-noded triangular element, how to find the various displacement for this triangular element is very important. Either derivation or a 10-mark numerical based on this topic is asked in the paper. So this is a very important question. Then you have four-noded rectangular element. In this topic, it is possible that you can have the derivation asked for it, or you may have a numerical which is repeatedly asked in many papers. You can just check out the numerical. It is there in the lecture notes. So you have to just find the temperature at a particular point in a rectangular element. Say the point is at some value of x and y coordinate. You will have to calculate the temperature there, and you should know the shape functions. Next topic you should read about is what is natural coordinate and what is coordinate transformation. We generally study x and y coordinates, but there is another coordinate system which is called as natural coordinate, and solving a natural coordinate is much easier as compared to x and y coordinate system. So this is one topic which you should read, only then you will be able to understand the next two topics. Now next topic is what is shape function for triangular element. Now this topic is done by using the natural coordinate system. So these derivations also should be practiced. Serendipity and Lagrange's method should be studied, and that is the concept which is used for solving this kind of a shape function. Now serendipity means that there is no node at the center. So you may have external 4-noded rectangle, or you may have 8-noded rectangle. So derivations of those rectangles are important. Also, there is a particular rectangle which has 9 nodes. So the derivation of 8-noded rectangle is quite important, and the 9-noded derivation should also be studied. The last topic here is convergence criteria and sources of error. These two topics are important theory questions which you should read definitely. So this module 4 can be asked for 10 to 15 marks. In certain papers, it has also touched 20 marks. So it completely depends on what kind of paper you are going to face. So you should read these topics. Next comes module 5, which is for 10 to 15 marks again. This topic is 2D vector variable problems. Here these are the topics. The first one is plane stress analysis and plane strain analysis. These two topics combined together is generally asked to calculate stress and strain for a triangular element. That is what is given here. You can see stress analysis. This numerical is mainly asked in the paper repeatedly for 10 marks. So this requires a bit of practice because there are matrix multiplication of various order. So this is something which you can expect, and also it is little tedious, so you need to practice a bit. Then you should read what is axisymmetric element and how it is analyzed, and what is Jacobian matrix is a very important short note which is asked in many papers. So you can just go through this topic of Jacobian matrix. This module can be asked roughly for 10 to 15 marks. And last module 6 is also for 10 to 15 marks, which is FE formulation of dynamics and numerical techniques. In this, there are mainly two topics. One is free vibration problems, in which you have two techniques. One is called as lumped mass matrix and one is called as consistent mass matrix. So these two matrices will have their own equations. Now, if it is asked in the exam to solve by a particular technique, you will have to use the technique. But if not asked, you can choose any one of the two. So numerical based on this can be asked. And here you have another topic of dynamic problems, wherein you will have longitudinal and transverse vibration numericals. So in this topic, mainly, there are few numericals based on axial and transverse vibrations. You should study them thoroughly, and you can expect a numerical on this topic for 10 marks. Alternately, you may also expect a 5-mark theory based on these topics. What is lumped mass? What is consistent mass matrix? What is longitudinal and transverse vibrations? Now here what you study is the calculation of deflection and natural frequencies of beams. So this topic is very important, and also it is repeatedly asked for 10 to 15 marks. Now we will talk about the reference material that you can use. These are few books which you can refer. One is the textbook of FEA by Seshu. Then you have Finite Element Method by J.N. Reddy. Introduction to Finite Element in Engineering by Chandru Patla and Belegundu. FEM by R. Dhanraj and K. Prabhakaran Nair. This is another very good book. You have a first course in FEA by Logan DL. This is another best book on FEA. So all these books actually are so good with FEA that if you go through them, you will definitely have a in-depth knowledge of the subject, which is very important when you are analyzing using the software. Because generally when you solve it numerically, it becomes very easy. But when you see a particular result in ANSYS solutions, that time interpretation of solution is very important, and that happens only with understanding of the concepts better. Now last we'll talk about the examination pattern. According to Mumbai University, there will be various exams conducted. The first type of exam that is conducted in a semester is Unit Test 1 and Unit Test 2, and the average of both is taken for 20 marks. There will be an end semester exam for 80 marks. Also, there is a term work assessment which is done for 25 marks. It is based on your lab performance and a particular course project which is supposed to be submitted. And last is the Viva, which is conducted for 25 marks, wherein you will have to solve a particular problem in the lab during the exam, and also a Viva is taken, an oral examination. So based on that, you are granted 25 marks. So the total of this entire course is 150 marks. So with this, I end this session. I hope I have cleared all the doubts regarding the syllabus and what is important from the examination point of view. If you have any doubts, please write to me in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon for latest video updates. See you in the next session. Thank you.